to imitate Christ than forgiving. All of us are created in His image. All of us are to, when we become Christ followers, are to be like Christ. That's what Christian means. And there's no better way to do that than when we forgive others. And you may ask, Jonathan, well, how many times should I forgive people? I mean, this person just keeps hurting me over and over and over and over. And, is that excusable? No, it's not excusable for their actions, what they do. But God still calls us to forgive them and to love them through it. Because this is what happens. When you don't forgive someone, you kind of push it down inside. And you may be forgiving them on the outside. You may say, yeah, I forgive you. But there's that bitterness and that anger. Every time you see that person, you get this rage inside of you. How many of you've experienced that before, right? You know how that feels. But what happens is, when you let that bitterness, when you let that anger just sit inside of you, it starts to take a toll on you. And really, the person that hurt you, I mean, they're living their life, they're feeling great about their life, and they're going on, and no big deal. And you're the one that's struggling with this. But when you allow those things to get inside of you, it actually can start affecting your health. If you can ask some of the adults in the room that have seen people who have kept things inside, who have not forgiven people, you can just kind of tell it on their face. You can tell that their health has gone bad because this rage, this anger has started to eat away at them, started to eat away at their happiness, at their physical being. So how do we forgive these people? How do we take that next step in forgiving, and how do we let things go? The first thing that you need to do, if you bottle all that stuff inside, is to kind of say it out loud to yourself, in a private room. Say that you're angry and you're frustrated at this person, fill in the blank, because they did blank. Okay? I am mad at so-and-so because they did this. And what that does is that kind of gives you your mind and kind of a visual on why you hurt. What was the meaning of that hurt? What was the starting point of that? And it kind of puts the words to it. It kind of puts the physical being thing to it. And then the next thing that you do is you bury the hatchet. Now, bury the hatchet is a phrase that was used back in the Indian cowboy days. All right, Indians, whenever or Native Americans, however you want to say it, what they would do is to resolve a conflict with another tribe, they would literally bury weapons. Like they would come together, they would resolve the conflict, and they would literally dig a hole, put their arrows, their hatchets, everything into this little hole, the knives, everything, and bury it, symbolizing that the conflict is over and these tribes are now living in peace. So we are to forgive and keep forgiving. And I know that's a hard thing to do. And I know that it's hard to say, you don't know what they did to me. You don't know the hurt and the pain that what they said or what they did has done to me. But the greatest way for us to move on with our life and to really truly imitate Christ is by forgiving them. Because when you forgive, it helps you live. When you're allowed to let go of that, it helps you move on with your life. It allows you to even maybe become a witness to that person. Because one thing that we've learned over time is that hurt people hurt people. Those that have been struggling, maybe something's going on in their family life, and that's the reason why they lashed out at you. It really has nothing to do with you. It's just you caught them at a bad time. And now there's that other gap that they have created. But when you forgive and you show them that forgiveness and you truly let those things go, that can be a testimony to them. That could lead them ultimately to a relationship with God down the road. You don't know, what those actions may do, but that's one of those things that can happen when you forgive someone. So everybody close your eyes for a second. I want you to picture someone that you're having a conflict with. Maybe they said something about you. Maybe, they told that secret that you shared with them. Maybe they got on social media and they just bashed you real bad. Maybe it was one of your best friends and you found out later they were talking behind your back. I just want you to visualize that person right now. And I want you to...